I completely forgot that I had the GIGI Jet Setter palette that has bronzer, highlight, and blush in it. This guy, totally forgot. What was I thinking? What the fuck? Hey guys, what is up? What's good? It's your girl Ashley. Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is a full-on makeup tube, kind of like a first impressions on the new GIGI X Maybelline collection. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this collection, GIGI did launch a bunch of products with Maybelline, and they are so stinking cute. Can we talk about this Jet Setter palette that I didn't use in the video? Yes, I didn't use it in the video because I'm going to be giving this away to you guys towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. I'll be doing swatches of each item. I'm gonna put some products on my lips so that you guys can see what they look like swatch wise. I'm gonna give you guys my feedback. You guys know I always keep it real with you. I'm 100% honest. I'm gonna let you know what you need and what you should pass on. So if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button, and also don't forget to click that little bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 2 times a week, every single week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Today, we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. I'm gonna be going over the GIGI X Maybelline collection. She did launch a bunch of items with Maybelline, so I'm really, really excited to share them with you. But first, can we talk about this PR package Maybelline sent me? They did send this to me. This cute little pouch, it has GIGI's face on it. So freaking cute. And when you open it up, all the products are actually inside. And then she also came out with this really cool travel-friendly Jet Setter palette. Look at the packaging. Sick. So freaking sick. Now, it's important to note that my brows are already done and then my eyelids are primed with a little bit of concealer. You guys know I really love to use my NARS Complete Soft Matte Concealer. Is that what it's called? Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. So with that, I'm gonna go in with primer. GIGI did come out with 2 tinted primers in this collection. We have one in light medium and then we have another one in medium deep. Before we move on, I do want to talk about the packaging really quick. Now, the packaging is completely different than the standard black packaging that we see with Maybelline products. It's a completely nude packaging, which I really, really like. We also have the foiled lettering that reads Gigi Hadid and then her signature in white. So I think it's very cute. I think it's classic. I think it's sleek and I think it's pretty. So moving on to the actual product, these are actually tinted primers, which I think is cool. They're meant to be lightweight, and it says on the back that you are meant to apply a tinted primer that is 2 shades darker than your actual foundation. So the shade I think I'm going to use is light medium, just because I feel like medium deep is going to be way too dark. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my mixing palette right here by Beauty Blender. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of it out. I'm going to mix some of the primer in my hand. As you can see, it is a dark color. I'm going to start in the middle of my face. So it's definitely orange, which is weird. It does say it's tinted, so it's meant to give your skin a little bit of a tint. I'm actually going to apply this all over my face, which isn't something I would normally do, but since it is tinted, I kind of feel obligated to apply it all over. Lord! It doesn't have a weird scent to it at all. I'm going to apply this up on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. Okay, so this definitely is giving my skin color. It's definitely getting tacky the more I blend it in, so it makes me feel like my foundation is really going to adhere to it and last all throughout the night. So that's positive. Moving on to shadows, which we have a lot of in this collection. So I'll first start off with a product that we've never seen from Maybelline, which are their eye contour palettes. So pretty much this is what they look like right here. It's just cardboard packaging. So it's not like a plastic or anything like that. And it has that same foiled lettering on the front. Super cute, nude, y'all know the drill. So this one right here is in the shade called Cool. I will say one of my biggest pet peeves as it relates to these eye contour palettes is the fact that the shadows in the palettes are so freaking small. Like, these shadows are extremely small. I feel like they could have utilized a lot more of the space and made the shadows bigger like they did with their City Mini palettes like this. So as you can see, just in comparison, these shadows are extremely small, but I do like the concept of an eye contour palette. So if you guys aren't familiar with Maybelline City Mini palettes, they do carry a lot of shimmer shades and not enough mattes. So I do feel like that's where they were going with these eye contour palettes. They wanted to include more mattes in the collection, but I just do feel like they should have made them a lot bigger, in my personal opinion. This one is in the shade Cool. I'm actually going to swatch it on my arm so that way you guys can see the pigmentation of these matte eyeshadows. They also came out with another one. This one is in the warm tone shade, which is right up my alley, which I really, really like. As you can see, I dipped into it a little bit. But like I said, this is not something that I'm like super duper oh my god about, just because the shadows are extremely, extremely small. For City Mini palettes, we do have these guys right here. So we have a cool tone and then we also have a warm. So this is what the warm tone looks like. It's that plastic, very hard case that we're used to seeing with the City Mini palettes. And then when you open it up, it has a mixture between some shimmers and some mattes, which I always love and appreciate. I just love this City Mini palette in collaboration with GIGI. We also have this one right here. This one is in the shade Cool, which is a really pretty cool tone palette with, like I said, a mixture between mattes and also shimmers. So hard packaging, you get a lot of product with these as opposed to the eye contour palettes where you really just aren't getting that much. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the vanilla shade from the eye contour warm palette, and I'm actually going to run this in my crease and directly underneath my brow bone. This is really going to set down that concealer we placed. It's really going to make it easier to blend later. Ooh, a lot of fallout. Probably took way too much on my brush. Rewind. So right off the bat, what I will say about these shadows is that you do get a lot of kick up. As you can see, it's just not stopping. These are very softly packed shadows. So when I do dip my brush into the product, I do get a lot of kick up. So it kind of reminds me of like the ABH Subculture palette, but maybe not as pigmented. So I'm gonna pick up the shade right here with my Sigma E40 blending brush. I will also say, since these shadows are super duper skinny, it's very hard to get my brush into the product. I kind of have to like move it around, flip it side to side, so that way I can evenly coat my brush. I'm gonna take this shade right here in my crease. This is gonna be my transition color. It's a really kind of like peachy tone brown, which I like. And as you can see, it has decent pigment to it. So that's always a positive thing. So I'll definitely say that the shadows are pigmented. They're very, very buildable and blendable, which I really, really like. So that's what that shadow looks like blended all up in my crease. Next, going in with this shade right here on a Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm gonna focus this on the very outer corner and also in my crease as well. So I'm gonna do packing motions with this shade right here. I'm also gonna take this shade in my crease and really just focus it in the socket. What I'm doing with this color is I'm really building it up in my crease. So I'm applying it, I'm going back and forth. I'm still trying to blend, but I'm also just focusing it in the crease because I really just want this area to be defined. So I'm honestly really, really loving this shade in my crease. It is so freaking pretty. I'm also gonna take the shadow and I'm gonna feather it out a little bit, like that. Now that we have that color in the crease, I'm gonna carve out a little bit of my lid space with a little bit of concealer. This concealer is by Collab, so I'm just gonna take it on a concealer brush and I'm really just gonna mute out my eyelid in the very like inner 1/3. I'm gonna pick up the shade right here in the shade Summerland, and it's this really pretty gold shade. Ooh. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm actually gonna apply it all over my lid, and I am gonna use my finger. So I'm gonna take it and then I'm just going to dab it onto my lid. I will say that the Maybelline shimmer shadows do go on a lot more foiled and pigmented when you do apply them wet as opposed to dry. So if you want more of a foiled effect, I always recommend going in with a little bit of Fix Plus by MAC, water, whatever it is that you have, and then just spray it onto your brush and then just pack it on. You will definitely get a super foiled look, which is really, really pretty. And the shimmer shadows in this collection are really, really buttery when you do apply them wet. They just kind of glide on like liquid gold. Do you see how pretty that is? I told myself I wasn't gonna use the gold, but guess what I did? I used the gold. Now that I have that gold all up on my lid space, it's time to really deepen up the crease. So I am gonna go in with the dark chocolatey brown espresso in the palette, and I'm gonna take it on my Sigma E25. I'm gonna pick up some of that shadow. I'm a little scared because it does appear to be extremely pigmented, but if it's anything like their City Mini palettes, they appear to be pigmented, but you definitely have to build them up and work them up to your desired intensity. Just gonna pack the shadow right here on the outer portion of the lid, and as you can see, it's not uber pigmented. I definitely feel like you're gonna have to build this color up to your desired intensity, which isn't always a bad thing. I did switch brushes a little bit just because I do want to place this color precisely while also blending at the same time. So I'm going to take this into my crease right here, and then I'm also going to go in circular motions as I get to the outer part of the eye. I'm taking this brush and I'm dragging it back and forth onto that gold, so that way there's a very nice even transition from the gold to the espresso brown. So this is what I'm working with. I would definitely say that the brown in this palette is a sheer to buildable formula. It does go on pretty sheer at first, but the more and more you pack and layer on top, you can build it up to this intensity. So I do want you guys to know that you do have to use a little bit more product and you do have to be a little bit more consistent, but you can get it to this look. So if you are a beginner and you don't want to splurge on high-end palette, I totally get you. I feel you. You can definitely get an amazing look with this palette. You just have to work a little bit harder and you do have to kind of layer it on a little bit more than you would with like ABH Modern Renaissance or something like that. So always keep that in mind with drugstore products. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pack it right here on the outer corner. I'm going to place it where I want it and I'm just going to slowly build it up to my desired look. I know my blending looks freaking crazy, but we're gonna clean up everything here in a second. I'm just gonna go in with a clean Sigma E25 blending brush and I'm gonna run it alongside these edges right here just to ensure I don't have any harsh edges or anything like that and everything just blends very nicely and seamless. Taking a makeup wipe, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna clean up this edge right here. Because I haven't applied concealer or anything like that, it's okay to kind of like wipe away this area. So they also came out with this black liquid liner in the GIGI X Maybelline collection. This one is just in the shade black. It's a felt tip liner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an intense cat eye wing. Okay, this is my liner. Honestly, I was really nervous that it was going to be a shiny liner because when I put it on the back of my hand, it did look somewhat shiny, but I don't know what it is. It's not as shiny as I thought it would be, so I'm here for it. I'm now just going to do my other eye and I'll be right back. We have two crayon eyeliners in the GIGI X Maybelline collection, but I want to say that these are the same Maybelline liners just repackaged, so it's not a new formula or anything like that. I'm going to take the one in black and I'm actually going to use this to tightline, so that way I can create the illusion of thicker, fuller lashes. Next up, we have the GIGI X Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This one is also in black, and this is just Lash Sensational repackaged in the GIGI packaging, so it's not a new product. So if you guys were thinking about picking it up, just know that it is going to be the same Lash Sensational Mascara, just repackaged. Fun fact, Lash Sensational was probably one of my favorite mascaras for a really long time up until Maybelline Big Shot came out, but after using this, it just like made me remember why I love it so much, you know? So I'm now going to pop on falsies. The falsies I will be using are these babies right here. These are by Blinking Beauty, and this is the style. So obviously I did a little bit more than just put on lashes. I finished off the rest of my face. I did face powder, I did under eye powder, I baked a little bit, nose contour, highlight, bronzer, y'all know the drill. I'm gonna pick up some of this dark brown and I'm actually gonna smoke it out on my lower lash line because I want this look to be super smoky, super sexy. I want it to be sultry. So I am just going to take this on a flat definer brush by Sigma, connect it with my liner, and then just smudge it like so. So just like we did on the outer corner, I'm just layering on this dark brown shadow. It does take a little bit to kind of build it up to the intensity that you want. I definitely want it to match the outer V of my lid. And I do want this to be super smoked out. So I'm building up the color towards the base of my lower lash line, and then I'm just going to smoke it out with a pencil brush. So the collection does come with a nude liner. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to use it. Wow, I broke it. I freaking broke it. I am so freaking sad. I went to open the nude liner and instead of opening it like straight out, I opened it and I pulled it down and I totally ripped off the tip of the liner and I don't have a pencil sharpener. Since I really want to apply a nude liner in my waterline, I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to scrape out some of the nude liner and then I'm just going to apply it right here. All right, so I think that's as good as it's probably gonna get, especially considering I can't just go back and forth with the liner, but you know what, it is what it is. I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes with the Lash Sensational. Lastly, we have lipsticks from the collection, which I'm really excited. We have the nudes and then we have like the poppy reds. I definitely think I'm gonna gravitate more towards the reds just because, I mean, why not? I think I'm actually gonna go in with Austin, which is a really bright red lipstick. So freaking cute. I am so excited. I'm actually just going to apply this all over my lips. There are matching lip liners to the lipsticks, but I do not have any of the lip liners. I just have all of the lipsticks. So I'm going to take the shade called Austin and I'm just going to go to town. So you guys, this is what Austin looks like on my lips. I thought I was gonna love it. It's a really bright orange red, but I feel like it's too bright for this look, so I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. The next one is called Care. At least I think that's how you say it. And just like that, guys, that is it. This is a look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like it? Do you like it? No? Okay, anyways. Let me know if I was going to recommend any products from the GIGI X Maybelline line. I would definitely recommend the City Mini palettes. I feel like City Mini palettes are my all-time favorite eyeshadows from Maybelline. I will also recommend the lipsticks. Maybelline lipsticks in general are always bomb. And I feel like the colors she came out with are really, really nice. Wow. Wow. As for the eye contour palettes, I can't say I really recommend them. Do I think the shadows are bad? Absolutely not. Only downfall about these eye contour palettes is that the shadow that you get in it is very limiting because the pans are so small. You know what I mean? Like, they should have definitely maximized the space in this palette and did pan sizes just like the City Mini palette, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if Maybelline is gonna keep these around. I don't know if they're going to launch eye contour palettes within their line or if this is just a GIGI X Maybelline thingamajig. As far as the primer, I didn't really feel like, you know, it was like a must just because it was a tinted primer. I feel like tinted primer, like if you have great skin, you can apply this and then just go out the door, but I personally do not have perfect skin, so it's all right. So yeah, top picks in this line, City Mini palettes and also the lipsticks. I'm sure the lip liners are really, really great because Maybelline does carry some really awesome lip liners, but I don't have any of those to kind of recommend to you guys, but they are the same exact color as the actual lipstick. So if you want to snag those, definitely pick those up. The reason I'm going to give this away is because I just feel like I won't get a lot of use out of it. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I definitely want to give it to somebody who really, really wants it. It does retail for $29.99, which is pretty steep for Maybelline products, but it does come with some shadows. It comes with mascara, a highlight, a bronzer, a blush, some lip colors, and then 2 concealers and 2 mini brushes with a full-size mirror. So if you guys want to win this, then be sure to check out the description box down below because I'm going to give this away to one of you guys. So check out the description. And with that, I don't think I have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.